everyone, welcome to the Pottery Corner, my studio on the south coast of England near Chichester. So today we're doing another kiln, glaze kiln opening, and there's some really exciting bits in here which I'm keen to see. Most of it is students' work again. The students, as you know, are back. Hurrah! So the kiln is down to 23 degrees C, so we can turn the kiln supply off and flick the switch. And I have just had the tiniest, sneakiest peek. Now I'm only using my gloves because it is slightly, very nearly, actually the stuff on the top is cold, so that's fine, but further down it might be a little bit warm, so I'll keep my gloves handy. Okay, so without further ado, there is one of Karen's craft crank apples. So this is the smaller version of the big one that we opened in the last kiln opening, and again it's a lovely thing. Very nice glazes on there. These are Amaco brush on glazes, and we've got rainforest, wasabi, that looks like snapdragon, there's a bit of pear on there, and again she's wiped the glaze off of the leaf, and the glaze has stayed in the veining, so I hope you can see that. And very, very lovely. And again, that finish on the bottom, you don't have to put that there, nobody's going to see it when it's sat down, but actually it's a lovely thing. So very nicely done. Well done, Karen. Another beautiful apple. So that will look nice in her garden. Now, my youngest student, who is 19, Georgia, has been working on doing some throwing. She did the throwing course, but before she did the throwing course, she made, she hand built this, which she's going to use as a plant pot. So the back of his head has been left open and glazed inside to take a plant. And he's just fabulous. For a first piece of hand-built work, he is amazing. And this is Amaco Fog on the outside, and then Amaco Downpour inside, and then I can't actually remember, but I think it probably was River Rock. So Amaco's River Rock on the beard. And isn't he just got a personality all of his own? And I just love his little mouth. Look at that. Marvellous. Well done, Georgia. That's really excellent. Great piece. So shows great promise in her future pottery career. So she also, as I say, came and did a throwing course, and this is one of her pieces from the throwing course that she did with me. And for a first go on the pottery wheel, that is a very, very, very good attempt. It's a good height, she's got a good wall on it, she's made a nice textured handle and good glazing. So do you know what? For a first attempt, excellent. Well done. And there are more of her pieces in here. I'm just going to take out the half shelf, and we shall see what we have underneath. More of Georgia's pieces. So this is another one of hers, a little dish. That's got Amaco pear inside. Not quite sure what that is. It looks like seaweed over blue midnight to me. So if you can see that, that's sort of like a mottled greeny colour. And the Amaco pear inside is really a nice lime green, pops really well. This is another of Georgia's pieces. That one is Amaco's cobalt. So again, a nice little piece for a first go on the wheel. I think she's done really well. This is another one of hers, so another one in cobalt. Little pen pot, that one. Very nice. So another goodie from her. Right, I'm just going to take the props out, just because they are a pain. Now in here we have some extremely exciting things. Those are just a couple of my price tags. I'm still making price tags. This is the new marble colourway. Ooh, we like that. So that is stained clay. So the clay is actually stained, and it's normal earthstone smooth textured throwing clay, which is the white. and then I've used a black stain and a bright red stain, and then I've popped a Amaco Snapdragon and Amaco Snow 50/50 mixed together, so actually mixed rather than layered, on the handle. And I've just put this little, I saw this on Instagram, I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the person that did it, but I thought it was such a brilliant idea that I've modified it to my own, and used a piece of the marbled red clay on there, and that's really lovely, beautiful. The marbling has come out really lovely all the way around, so I'm really pleased with that. That's a goodie. Okay, now I have two large pieces in here. Again, there's another half shelf, so I'm just going to take that out. Mind that one of the props has stuck. See, this is why we don't like props. Look at that, stuck on there. That's my fault because there's glaze on the back, but luckily it hasn't damaged anything, so it's fine. Okay, Karen, hold your breath. I'm going to do probably my least favourite of the two. So this large vase that Karen has made, I'll just get it out, which I have actually put a cookie on the bottom of, which I'm hoping will just come off. No, I'm going to have to knock it off, Karen. Is glazed with Mudcrack, Mayco's Mudcrack. And some of it has mud cracked. I don't know if you can see that, Karen. Some of it has gone there. It's better on the throat here. So the rest of the clay has been left just white. There you are, the cookie's come off as I'm holding it. Good job I was holding it. So yes, it's mud cracked in places. It's matte black. So I would say there's a little bit there and a little bit there, but it hasn't cracked all over. So I think maybe it needed to be thicker, not sure. It may be that it was too thick. You can never tell with new glazes, but nonetheless, it's a bit of a stunner. It's a huge piece. So that's that. Now, Karen, your other piece, the the one that we're firing earthenware to stoneware, so we're taking a risk anyway. But this, I believe, is white Mudcrack, which has been done on red earthenware. So we fired it to stoneware, and I have to say it's a bit of a blinder. Look at that. Can you see the surface on there? It looks like the moon. Isn't that amazing? And there's a drizzle of Amaco's cobalt on the top, and then there's also some Mudcrack in the throat of this. And the clay, being as it's earthenware and it's been high fired, has gone this lovely toasty brown colour. So that is, I mean, look at this amazing texture from the glaze, and that's just from the glaze. There's no texture on the clay. So yeah, the white Mudcrack looks great on that red earthenware. Very, very nice. So I hope that Karen will be pleased with that. I must admit I was pleased to see it was in one piece. I will say that the Mudcrack white has very nicely spilled itself all over my kiln shelf, but we'll get the Dremel out. No drama. Might take a little while, but we'll get it off. These are, again, Georgia's mugs. So from her throw-in course that she came and did, which is 3 sessions. So you come and you throw, and then you come back and you trim, and then you come back and glaze when the work is biscuit fired. So details of those courses are on my website. And again, a nice textured handle. I have moulds that I used to make these textured handles. And this one again is seaweed over blue midnight. So Amaco's seaweed over blue midnight, which comes out this sort of dark sage colour. It's very nice. So yeah, she's done well with those. And the last of her pieces is this little mug. Sweet! And that is Amaco True Celadon. So True Celadon all over, and just a plain handle on that one. Very nice. So as I say, she did very well. That was just from her, those pieces were just from her throwing course. And there are 2 of my price tags, one with a little bit of Mudcrack on it. So as you can see, the Mudcrack was quite dry and flaky when it went in the kiln, so it has flicked a bit on the bottom shelf. And the last thing in here, Joe, is your baby, which I've got a horrible feeling is actually stuck. Oh no, it's all right, it's come off. So this is Joe's anemone, no, not an enemy, what's it called? Is it an enemy? Urchin, that's the word. There we go, an urchin. So this is, again, craft crank clay, and this, I believe, is Amaco's Smoky Merlot with oatmeal under, as I remember. So it's come out a nice sort of winey purple colour, and she's left the craft crank clear of glaze on the bobbles. And again, I like the fact that this is off centre. I quite like it that the girls are taking a design and then sort of moving it on to another level. So very nice, Joe. I hope you'll be pleased with that. That looks really good. So that's all that's in the kiln. As you can see behind me, there is much left to do. This is all biscuit firing and this is all glaze firing, and yes, so I must get this kiln repacked and get it back on again. There is an online exhibition being run by the Southern Ceramics Group, of which I'm a member. So the Southern Ceramics Group website has information on the online exhibition, which is due to start on the 31st, which is Friday, the 31st of July 2020. So some of my work is on there, and then you can follow the link through to my website, or indeed you can go straight to my website, which is www.thepotterycorner.co.uk, and Instagram page is the.pottery.corner, and Facebook page, The Pottery Corner. So thank you for watching. I hope it's been informative for you if you're using Amaco glazes. And as I say, there's my work for sale on the website and also details of the courses. So if you have any questions, just message me via the website. Otherwise, here we go. The 6 seconds I can't trim. GoPro, stop video. And then it doesn't work, and then I look like a fool. GoPro, stop video.